Welcome back to the cryptoworld channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now Ethereum is playing out this bearish divergence on the 4-hour time frame that I mentioned in yesterday's Ethereum update video. And for any of the beginners out there, a bearish divergence simply means that the price of Ethereum is beginning to lose its upwards momentum in the shorter term. And on top of that, here in the 4-hour MACD, we are also seeing a downtrend starting to form, which can also result in a loss of bullish momentum in the shorter term, because remember, we're still only on the 4-hour time frame. And here on the 12-hour time frame for Ethereum, we have just put in 3 red dots in the parabolic stop and reverse indicator, which is technically more of a bearish signal than it is a bullish one. Now, on the larger time frames, that is a different story, which I will be talking about in just a moment. But for now, while we're looking at these slightly smaller time frames, we are starting to see some bearish signals and some bearish patterns on the charts. But there's a couple important things to mention here. First of all, in the parabolic stop and reverse indicator here on the 12-hour time frame, we have previously found some false signals in this indicator. For example, around a week ago, we saw one red dot, which turned out to be a false signal. But for the most part, this indicator is more accurate than it is inaccurate. So for now, just in the shorter term, this is something to keep in mind. And honestly, I wouldn't be too surprised if we see a bit of a short-term cool-off sometime soon. So I'm talking about either a sideways consolidation or a slight pullback in the price of Ethereum. And now talking about some important levels to pay attention to here on the daily time frame for Ethereum, we have the 50% level on the logarithmic scale coming in at around 3,250 approximately, and that's pretty much exactly where we have found recent resistance. And obviously, for those of you that have been watching my channel for a few weeks now, we've been looking at that point of resistance before we even found resistance there. And as a possible point of support, we have the 38.2% Fibonacci level coming in just above 2,900. And in the past, we have found some short-term support along this same price level just here, for example. So for as long as we're still holding above around 2,900, we're still looking pretty good here on the daily time frame. But it's important to mention that we haven't actually confirmed a new uptrend here on the daily chart. For that, we need to see at least one higher high and at least one higher low on the chart. So basically, we need the price of Ethereum to break above this high just here, coming in at around 3.4k approximately. And then we need to come back down and form another low on the chart anywhere above this low, which is coming in down towards around 2.2k. Now, I want to make this clear that even though we're seeing some short-term bearish patterns for Ethereum, if you're talking about the larger time frames like this 4-day time frame, technically speaking, we are seeing more bullish signs on the larger time frames than we are bearish signs. For example, in this parabolic stop and reverse indicator, we have just seen our first green dot, and unlike some of the smaller time frames here on the 4-day chart, this indicator is much more accurate. For example, if you're simply taking a look at the last few times where this indicator has flipped from the red into the green, all 3 of these times has led into a lot more bullish price action for Ethereum. But keep in mind that during almost all bullish price action on the larger time frames, during the middle of these bullish trends, it is very normal for us to see some bearish price action in the shorter term, which is what I was referring to in the beginning of this video. And speaking about bullish signals on the larger time frames, here we are on the 3-day time frame for Ethereum, and we are currently getting very close to a bullish cross in the 3-day MACD. But it is important to mention that this potential bullish cross in this indicator does not confirm until we see a 3-daily candle close after seeing the bullish cross. And as of right now, we haven't seen that just yet, but I'll be sure to keep you updated when we eventually see that. And then, of course, we have the breakout in the 3-day RSI, which is clearly a bullish signal for the price of Ethereum. You can simply take a look at these previous 2 examples that we have on the chart. And what's really interesting is that this is more of a leading indicator for the bullish cross in the 3-day MACD, which means that we normally see the breakout in the 3-day RSI just before we see the 3-day bullish cross in the MACD. But now zooming all the way out, looking at Ethereum's entire price history since 2015, and you can see that on the much larger scale, we are technically still forming this bearish fractal that we have seen 2 other times throughout Ethereum's entire price history. As always, on this channel, I try to present patterns whether they're bullish or bearish so that we can achieve a more well-rounded view of what's happening in the market at the moment. Now, keep in mind, even though this fractal is technically forming on the chart, we haven't confirmed it just yet. For that, we need to see a break below this upward trending line of support, which is coming in between around 2,400 to 2,500. And in the bullish scenario, for us to potentially invalidate this fractal altogether, we need to break above the golden pocket, which is coming in at approximately 3,600 US dollars per Ethereum. And looking at the daily time frame for Ethereum varied against Bitcoin, nothing really has changed since yesterday's Ethereum update video. So if you want Ethereum versus Bitcoin analysis, definitely check out my last Ethereum update video that I posted yesterday. But anyway, if you found this video useful, please make sure to leave a like down below. And if you're new to the channel, you might as well subscribe with notifications turned on for more updates just like this every single day. And before you click off, if you're serious about making a lot more money in the crypto markets, whether or not prices are going up or down, make sure you're checking out these videos that are popping up right here. But anyway, that is everything that I have to say for today. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.